I'm starting this one off. What's up? This is the All or Nothing Show. My name is Austin, and I'm here with Brock and Griffin, the boys, and special guest...
Honorary boy.
Yeah.
Honorary boy.
Maddie, Mad Dog.
Hello.
Hello. Hello, you sound like you're from London. But we're going to start today's review off with a drink that Griff supplied. And don't chime in, Brock. Don't chime in.
I was going to say...
Let's hear the weekly complaint.
Come on.
Yeah, I was going to say, no complaints this week. I'm actually excited for this one. The past 4 weeks have been like disappointments. But this one I'm excited
Diva.
for.
You know...
And
Diva.
last thing I'll say is that, you know, all of us are like probably exhausted from the week, but you're the most like lively person right now because we're all like exhausted.
He's got a belly full of beef right now.
But granted,
Yeah.
when did you wake up today?
like 6.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I didn't know if you slept in.
but I will say, you know, if you're continually disappointed, you can do something to change that.
I emailed the guy for the Muscle Foods account, so hopefully we'll have drinks at Iron Built soon, and we'll probably drink too many of them before we even open.
But yes,
That's what broke the gym.
Let me preface these drinks because I stumbled upon these this is a rare bang. So I stumbled upon these on my last camping trip. I was stopping to get gas, and I was just looking around at what they had just to see if they had any interesting flavors, because I always like to see, you know, different gas station stores, what drinks do they have, kind of like the Sheets. We found some interesting ones, and I almost thought this was like one of those, like, you know how they have the protein coffee or whatever?
Yeah,
I almost thought it was something like that, but then it was like strawberry. I was like, is this some sort of old thing or what? Because I haven't heard of this, and I check their page every now and again to see if there's any new flavors, and usually someone like Landon is the plug for these too. And so I had already had an energy drink by that point, so I didn't pick it up. But then when I got home, I was like, let me see if I can like order this online or something like that. And they are only sold, it's this flavor and another flavor, only sold around military bases. And so they were going on eBay for like $50 a can.
What?
Because they're so like kind of, you can't get them online or in regular retail stores. So my brother actually found a gas station near his work had like 12 cans, so
Nice.
I wound up grabbing a few.
I was about to say, I hope you didn't spend $200 today.
No, yeah,
It's
you're
worth
welcome.
it.
Remember
It's worth it.
that
So Brock
next time
won't
you
have to complain.
I love the can on
So,
this one.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it does
it's
look
very-
cool, kind of Top Gun-ish.
Yeah, very Top Gun American theme.
So
Let's
this
crack
is
it
Strawberry Blast.
open. Give it a sniff test. Smells like strawberry.
I'm chewing gum. What the fuck?
Have you had it? Have you had it yet?
I have had it the other day.
Okay.
Of course, I spilled the thing on myself, but
Do we keep the ratings to ourselves for a minute?
Let it marinate.
Okay.
Marinate.
the thing with bangs is they're always so carbonated.
I like
I'm not
that.
used to it. I don't.
I like
feel
a
like
painful sip.
It is. It's very spicy on the throat.
Wow. I don't know what else I'm getting.
Yeah.
I think it's like a strawberry mix with something?
Kind of.
Because I
But-
thought that the other day too.
No.
Here's the thing. I just spit out gum. I don't know. I was chewing gum because I was biting my lips when I was editing earlier. So, rookie move.
I'm not getting anything but strawberry. Maybe
It's
some
like that.
kiwi. I don't think
Don't
so.
put that in my head.
No.
I was
don't
gonna
want-
say like a very, like a kind of a, not fake, but like a very sweet strawberry.
Yeah, and I like real
Yeah.
juicy strawberry flavors and stuff. So I liked this one a lot.
This is really good.
Yeah, I like it.
I give it a 7 too.
Wait, out of 10?
Yeah. Going out of 10.
I'm gonna do a 6.5.
Dang, pretty low, I feel like.
I'm not a strawberry fan.
It's not a 10 out of 10.
No.
Yeah.
Shut up. I was gonna keep my.
It's not my
rating low.
favorite strawberry. It's good. It's unique. It's different for sure. And it's not cheap. The cheap tasting. Like
How's it
super
compared to the Rays last week?
cheap. Rays. What do we have for Rays?
We had Rays strawberry, didn't we?
We had watermelon last
Fuck.
week. Did you just blot that out of your memory? Like,
Is there a Rays strawberry?
yeah, there is. It's like a strawberry
Colada.
colada. Yeah, we had that
Oh.
like
That
2
one was
weeks
good.
ago.
Oh, so we did have that one.
Yeah.
It was just a big.
Yeah,
it was good.
Or maybe
Yeah, that
two
was
weeks.
good.
I'm going probably 6'8".
Yeah, I'd probably say a little bit higher maybe than you guys. I'd say probably 7'7".
Like, if this was with all the other bangs, it wouldn't be my, like, first or second choice. But it's still pretty good. I really like the can, though. For some reason, red, white, and blue looks really good.
The other limited flavor is called Purple Kittles, and it's like purple Skittle flavor. But
that sounds dank.
It reminds me of like kitties and like kibble in the name. They needed to make a better name. But the label is very similar design. I think that particular flavor, it's not even a purple label either. So I don't know if it was just some sort of like 4th of July kind of thing or what.
I had one the other day, the purple and white can. I don't know what that is, though.
I think that's the berry one.
Yeah.
I don't want to tell you.
That's the Bangster berry.
But really talking to that tip.
Really
right there.
talking
Get
to
on
it.
that tip.
I don't want to like touch it though.
Jamie, can you pull the mic closer?
So,
I'll keep it close.
pretty tired from the weekend.
Yeah, so let's get a weekly roundup, a little update. Long week, huh?
Long
Weekend, per se. It
Just
felt
like
like a
the
week.
3 days. Friday through Sunday.
So, Brock, Madi, tell us a little bit about what popped off with the groundbreaking of the gym.
Shovel.
Yeah.
What about the show?
I said my war wound from the shovel.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. So, yeah, we spent the weekend renovating the place. It was the first time we kind of broke ground, literally and figuratively, at the place. So, of course, Austin got, painting in his office, started moving in a lot of things, and we also finally got to nearly finish the hallway. So we painted that, and the office is white. I bought 2 trash cans for the bathrooms. We did a ton of work in the main kind of 2 rooms of the gym as well. So my dad helped a ton and painted basically both rooms completely, like we wanted the black. That he's got to go back and touch up a few spots and do some framing.
Out of the 3 rooms, it's like 2/3.
We're probably like just a hair under 2/3 done, yeah. And then the hardest part though was when we were working on that bang burp.
Dab.
Yeah, dab on the way. But anyway, the hardest part, which if you check out my Instagram and Austin's, was that we were breaking up the tile floors because we're gonna pay a contractor a decent price for tearing that up and then kind of smoothing out the glue underneath. But my dad started peeling them up a little bit Friday, and I was like, well, shit, they're kind of coming up easy. Let's go ahead and just do it ourselves. So we got kind of like a flathead shovel, and we're working on it. And some of them did come up easy, and other ones.
Some of them you could definitely tell they were heavy on the glue.
So,
yeah, a lot of sweat equity.
Yeah, my body is I've done plenty of manual labor growing up, but that jolt of the jolt after jolt on each tile, my elbows felt it all last night.
Yeah.
I was like, oh
so
my
thank
gosh.
God though, we just put our head down and finished it yesterday. So both rooms are done. We basically dropped off half of the tiles just now. Maddie and I did at the dump, but then we got a whole another room of tiles to take along with carpet.
Yeah. There's a lot of cleanup left to do.
Yeah, and then we're gonna smooth out those floors, use some concrete paint, kind of clean up the floors overall. But painting's almost done. We got to touch up some spots in all the rooms, and then the back room and the warehouse kind of spot we'll have to do. But that shouldn't take too long. It's pretty just a straight wall. But excited to see it all come together.
And 2 observations. I feel like one, usually I go to Brock for a lot of things, or we kind of like bounce things off of each other as far as knowledge or other things like that. But you've been more than capable with everything with this process, but I will say it did give me a little bit of satisfaction seeing you learn how to paint for the first time.
Yeah, I'll say, y'all have seen me, struggle or ask questions when I need to on a lot of things, but yeah, with painting and manual labor overall, I haven't had a ton of experience with it growing up. I've done some things, like when you got to shovel snow or you got to do the lawn or whatever, but no, I have not painted before, and so... And with my dad being the anal hard worker that he is, he was just like, he's like, okay, here, paint here. So I paint however I'm going to. No.
Yeah.
Just give it to me. Let me show you how to do it. And then he shows me, so I try again. No. What the hell is that? And so then I try again, curses me out another time, and then finally... I get it right, and he just leaves me alone. But
It was dad mode because he passed out. He passed out probably about 10 to 12 demonstrations. But for Brock,
everyone,
me, you.
Yeah.
Can I demonstrate that real quick?
Yeah, me and Austin too. Of like, this is what you're gonna want to do. Other things like that.
I mean, like that's why I almost wanted to apologize to him. I was like,
no, I like
y'all
it.
are grown men, and he's gonna like do it to you. But you know, it's not that he's wrong.
No.
It's just he likes to just be like, here, let me show you something real quick.
And we don't think about this.
I was like, damn, I want to do it as best as I can and as efficient as I can. He knows the way.
The thing is, though, you know, when I tell him, I tell him too, I'm like, it's not that you're wrong, you're right. I just feel like I don't want to listen to you.
Yeah. And that's the other thing that's funny too that I notice is, you know, I feel like from sun up to sundown and beyond, usually you're a very hard worker, and it was funny too to see that like his dad gets like 1,000-yard stare, and like you put a paintbrush in his hand, you walk back in 5 minutes later, and like half the room is covered already.
So yeah, I pride myself on work ethic, but this man is like another level. He got there at 7 a.m. Saturday. And did not stop working.
One meal.
He had half
and like
a
Mountain
sub.
Dew.
He had half a sub and a bottle of Mountain Dew.
Sounds like a meal to me.
Till 6 p.m. The dude, yeah, he just set such a high standard that I feel like what I do is nothing. I guess that's why he doesn't give me any credit at all. He's like, like he was badgering me Saturday. Y'all were about me when he was like, I don't want to sound rude, but do you have a plan with this stuff? And I was like, yes. I was like, I have a huge list of things to get done, dates, I have a budget, and all this stuff. And he's like, okay, good. And I'm like, oh, that's it? You're not going to be like, oh, that's awesome. Like, I figured you did, or is it? No. Yeah. Oh, okay. He thought I was just winging it.
Damn. But speaking of that, I will say, you know, I feel like you've been very prepared 3 steps ahead. You know your vision, your aesthetic, everything like that. But even still with some of these, I do appreciate a little bit of the, like, fly by the seat of your pants of, like, oh, the towel comes up? Okay, we'll do it ourselves. Or other things like that. I do like that. The stripe or other things like that.
We changed our idea on the paint.
Take it in stride.
Yeah. I mean, the general idea of the paint was good, but I mean, like, some things like not painting the black stripe in the hallway, that's a change up. We bounced back and forth 2 or 3 times on how we're going to do the garage, like, wall paint. We changed to not, doing a stripe in the main, weight rooms. The outlet covers, that was kind of flyby, and little things like that. Yeah, we made decisions quick and kind of rolled with it. And I'm glad we can save the money with the carpet and the tiles, although, because things like the paint cost a lot more than I expected. So, we can kind of save the money there and kind of even out or honestly make a little profit or, call it profit, whatever you want, money that's extra. Yeah, I mean, I said it in the beginning of this month and I was very serious about it. Like, August is going to be hell with just manual labor, with work, with buying these things. But then
September's going to
be like Christmas. With every week it's going to be, oh, here come the dumbbells, here come the plates, here comes the machine.
Because then it's just setting it up. Like, right now it's like breaking it down.
Yeah.
Well, I will say, too, and it's probably different than you guys, though, but, like, I'm excited of, like, Thursday we're going to be doing this kind of stuff, and, like, over the weekend, every morning of, like, today we're going to be doing this, so I'm excited for it.
I'm excited to go as much, he texted me yesterday in the morning, and I felt the same way, like, as much as, like, I know there's a lot of work to do, I'm kind of, like, excited to go and do it, because I know, like, at the end of each day, I'm like, wow, like,
look
it's
one
step closer, one step closer to it being there, and I was telling Maddie a couple hours ago, and like we laid down in Austin's office at the end of like scraping up the tiles. I just felt so happy and relieved because I was like, yes, it's done.
Yeah.
And I was just so proud of what we all did this weekend because it really is a lot of progress that we got done, and it took all the hands.
We're gonna get a ton done. The equipment will be in there. Some of it.
So we plan on moving in the equipment that we have in storage unit now. A little bit at my parents' Thursday, so that'll be a lot of work as well, but hopefully a little bit easier with
what we've learned.
Yeah, you want to touch on a little bit of the wall in the office, Austin?
Yeah. So obviously we've talked, and GYMFLO is going to be moving to Iron Built, and I'll be leasing a room from them, and it'll pretty much house everything just like it does here, but with a lot more space. And one thing that I wanted to do was have, like, I guess, a better layout than definitely what I have. If y'all only saw outside of this camera view, everything else is on this shit. I mean, y'all would be blown away. But we're definitely having sectioned off stuff where I'm trying to make everything sort of have its own spot and unique look. So with the office, I had one accent wall black to where we could, even just have it just to have a different color, but then also be able to take pictures in front of it, video, whatever. Just having a nice flat black backdrop. And then on one of the walls, we set up our new All Nothing Show backdrop, which is like a nice burnt barn wood, like slabbed wood.
Yeah, looks really
very
good.
cool. And I think once light hits it and it pops a little bit more, it'll look that much cooler. And you know, sort of upgrading that, adding another table to it so we can fit more people in there, and hopefully fit a little bit more different camera angles so we can, you know, get more people involved in it, have more guests, and really, you know, grow that as well and be able to offer more content, you know. But as far as that, like, I've pretty much knocked out everything on my office side. I just have to literally move in now and just trim the fat from shit that I don't need in here, and which is a lot. And then, you know, build out over there, which I'm excited about, because now I'll be able to be in one place. Yeah. I can stay there and not have to worry about driving 2 hours of my day.
So long. I mean, not just like you know, having a place that's closed a little bit, but also just the fact that you can train your clients, then walk over to your office, edit a video, or get out an order, do all that at one place, and it'll just be so nice.
Yeah.
And you know,
one commute of the day, pretty much.
And also having, you know, product shipped directly to, you know, this place. Yeah. Just having a home, you know.
And there's a fridge in there.
A fridge,
food.
Your little kitchenette. Because right now, like, speaking of like offloading product, and people obviously, you don't see what we're in. We're in a house, a second story, and when product comes in, when it's 500 units or more, or any amount of units, I'm hand walking every single box up these stairs, down and up, down and up, down and up, and then shipping them out, back down, back down, back down. So it's a lot of not wasted effort that doesn't need to be there. You know,
he does it all for you, the customer.
All heart, damn it.
Yes, so leave a like on the video.
Smash that like button.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's, I mean, dude, I was thinking about it last night. I was looking through some of the videos as I'm editing this vlog right now, and it's like, we're creating some cool shit. Like, this is going to be a cool fucking spot.
It's nice.
I know.
Yeah, I'm really excited.
I was just mentioning, like, in the car, like, after the 5 years, you know, are we going to stay, or are we going to move maybe to a bigger spot? Like, would we even want to move to a bigger spot? Brock was like, I don't even know if I would want to move, but I mean, who's to say?
Yeah, I mean, it depends. Like, obviously, how the business goes, and we haven't even opened yet. But you know, successful or how big of success? I won't say successful or not.
Yeah, CEO, but, baby, successful.
But you know, I was telling her, you know, I'd rather just maximize the space and really, you know, hone down on that location. And I mean, if it is, you know, that successful, then you know we can move to a larger place, then possibly. But I mean, I wouldn't even hate, you know, the guy next door if he was, you know, moving out or something, to just grab that spot and basically, you know, kind of build into that area and just kind of have more units. Eventually take over the whole building.
Yeah, I know.
For real.
Yeah, but, that's how we form. Like, we spread out into the whole county.
Yeah.
We're like cancer.
Cult. It's the GYMFLO cult.
Yeah.
Everybody drink the Kool-Aid. You overcome.
Come on down.
Yeah. But God damn, it's gonna be so cool once it finally opens, and I can just envision, like, you know, opening day and what that's gonna be like, and all the cool equipment.
I know.
And man, it's gonna be such a rewarding feeling once it's all done.
So have you mentioned on here yet that pretty much October's? I feel like we probably
October is it.
October's
unless something crazy that the truck delivering my shit like falls off the highway. October is it. It's probably gonna be mid-October. So keep your Saturdays free in October, and plan on coming out. Plan on getting some free shit, some cool shit, samples, lifting. Yep.
Probably do our first party in the gym in November.
I would love to
pop it
This will basically be like a party in the gym, but probably like a party in the gym on steroids. Yeah.
I like that.
On BCAAs.
I prefer a natural party in the gym.
A natural party in the gym.
When's the steroid one? But anyways, so I don't know. I didn't really get any questions for this. I did get one, and I guess it more relates towards GYMFLO, which is okay. But I feel like if I opened that book, I guess I could briefly go over it. The question was, do I think I would be, if I look back now to where we started hand making our product out of our kitchen, like Breaking Bad, powders, mixing powders going everywhere, and literally bottling it, wrapping it, packaging it, and handwriting what the flavor was on there, to where it is now. You know, would I have thought we would have made it this far? And I thought about that. I was like, I feel like I haven't made it far at all.
That's so wrong.
You know, but like I have to think. Yeah, I mean, we've made a lot of dumb decisions that have put us off track. We're back on, but it's like, you know, it's hard to think or like not be your own worst critic thinking about that, because I was like, man, because I wanted to answer that and be like, you know, I don't know, I wanted to feel a different way when I thought about that, but deep down it's like, I mean, of course I would have hoped to have been further off and, you know, doing much more stuff with GYMFLO, but it's like, you know, you gotta live and you learn with it.
Yeah.
Has it been 5 years?
Well, since I was hand making it, probably since 2000, end of 2013, beginning of 2014.
I was gonna say, this is gonna be a big step though, moving into a bigger place.
It's gonna be like an exponential curve.
Yeah. So.
But I will say though, you know, you might beat yourself up over those kind of decisions, but it's never been like you've always had the right attitude, even if certain things have been a mistake or look back and you wish you had done something differently. It's never been, I feel like, with the wrong foot forward or anything like that.
And you could have quit a long time ago during any of these moments. And I mean, just to kind of push through it. Now I think the products are better than they ever have been. Although I haven't tried some of the flavors there before that in here are really good. But
they were pretty good.
Moving
Pineapple.
forward, you know, labels are better than they had before. I think the products and formulas are better than they have been before. The events we're going to put on are going to be insane and a lot better. And so I just think, you know, as much as there are some mistakes that were made, I think, like, you know, Griffin said, I'm expecting exponential growth. And, you know, especially once gyms can fully open, people can get back out and life resumes, I think it'll be...
and now you got your ride or dies.
Yeah. Dude. Well, you know, I didn't want that to mean like, oh man, I'm like having a pity party over here. No, like,
take
I just
another sip of that drink.
Thinking from like right now, it's like, I guess people, you know, Instagram makes things look bigger than they are, and you know, we've taken a lot of steps forward and a lot of steps back, you know, but it's just like, I know where we're going in the future, and that's only up from here because we've learned a lot, and we're gonna not make those same decisions that got us into the point that we were. But it's like, you know, I don't know. I think I don't know how to think about it or how to answer it. Just keep on keeping on.
I left you a question.
Did you?
Yeah, who's the better tile scraper?
Well, I feel like he
hit some good batches.
I hit some good roads, yeah.
I feel like there was zero glue on the ground.
Yeah.
But once Austin heard Creed, it lit a fire in him.
Well, then you put on the Nickelback for me, and I was like,
yeah, so by the way, those are the only two bands getting played at Iron Built.
Yeah.
I found, I texted Griffin and sent him the link. I think I know what speakers we're getting for the gym.
Oh, yeah?
They're going to be similar to the one you have, but smaller. It's some Sony's. I'm going to get 3 of them because what you can do is they're all Bluetooth. You can link them up. Yeah, and so I think that'll be
We'll
sick.
probably, what he was saying is build like a corner shelf so they can sit up higher a little bit.
Yeah.
Get better range.
Right in ear level range.
Yeah, because I didn't want to put it like, you know, obviously a spot where someone's like doing the leg extension, it's like blasting their eardrum.
Yeah.
It's the price you pay. Yeah.
So with a lot of this stuff, let's say like between mirrors or flooring or other stuff like that, has there been anything that's maybe different than what you expected it to be like, or like the process is a little more complicated than you thought it would be?
I thought getting, so I had to call Hanover County the other day and like talk to them, and I had no idea what I was like doing. A lot of the forms were going over my head, but the new business registration form for like Hanover, I thought would be way more complicated, and all you had to do was like put your address and your name and like your LLC, and that was it. So some things that I thought would be harder, like licenses and permits, are a lot easier than I thought. So
yeah, the whole theme that we kind of talked about before is still true. So it's like the things you thought were easy aren't, and then the inverse. So it's like, you know,
painting,
the little
we
things.
were like, oh, this is gonna be easy.
I thought the paint we'd be like done like early Sunday and then kind of touch things up and be completely done Sunday, and that was not true. I also thought that paint wouldn't be as expensive, or we wouldn't need as many buckets.
Yeah.
How many did we get? We got like, probably have the black. We got
I
like
bought
15.
8, and then you bought 2. That's 10 plus 5, 15. I think 15 total buckets.
And then the white.
How much did you
like,
actually intend to buy just for all of it?
Intend to buy? I had no clue. I was like
5.
Gotcha.
No, we just didn't know.
I was like, maybe like a bucket or 2, you know, like per room. I wouldn't know. I've never paid that.
I understand.
You would think that, like, if it only takes up this much space on the wall,
dude,
that you could spread it out a bunch.
But no, dude, I use one bucket for my one wall almost.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like, yeah, you did 2 coats. So.
You know what? I was telling Griffin, getting back to like what you expect to be easy is usually not going to be easy. Didn't I tell you? I was like, you know, whatever you budget for, make sure you double that. If you think it's going to cost you $200, go ahead and save for $400 because it's probably going to cost you that.
That's the good thing is, you know, save money on the contracting work, and then also, you know, sold some of the copper piping that we took down. So that's, you know, added a little bit of money, and then also, you know, luckily we've saved enough that, you know, we have that kind of cushion room. And you know, luckily with my freelance work, it's been only up and up and up since COVID hit. So we're in a good spot, but at the same time,
I was about to say, because of the tile, like, we can do that all ourselves. I mean, we're basically, that paid for the paint. We get paid for all this other stuff. So.
Calf machine.
Maybe 2.
We need to buy a few more things.
Yeah, don't expect to train calves at Iron.
We need the man-made donkey calf race.
Yeah, that's true.
What was your most fun thing to complete at the gym, Griffin? What were you excited to do? Paint or scrape or see? Or what surprised you?
Well, honestly, truth be told, with Austin's office, it was kind of a little bit of figuring it out as we went, but I would say that was pretty fun to put the wood up with you. We ran into some hitches because you'll see it, I guess, in a couple episodes when we actually are in the new spot. But the backdrop for that, like you talked about, is kind of like a wood paneling that looks really good. But what we found when we first started, not enough pieces for the wall, and then B, each piece had like this kind of styrofoam-esque like backing on it. So we originally started to put that up, but then we realized, you know, the styrofoam isn't really held that strong to the wood because it's meant to go as a floor. So we're gonna have to take that back off and then take all the styrofoam off the back of every piece of wood.
You were doing that. Yeah.
And so we took that off after we had put it on. Thankfully, then after that, decided to use the laser level, because before too we were like putting one up and then, okay, level here, like bring up your end, slightly level, drop your end, but then my end drops. And so it was a lot nicer than to just turn off the light and use the laser. But then we also would find that the flooring, for some reason, if you tried to put it in where it would notch into the other one, it would bow. So we had to just try to drop it in straight down, because if we angled it like it was almost meant to do on the floor, it would then kind of start to develop this curve once you got 2 or 3 boards high. So what we had to do too then is, since we were using like a double-sided tape, instead of putting 3 in, we had to put 2 across. So that way we could get as straight up as we could and then kind of just drop it down versus trying to just tilt it in, and then it would stick really before we could adjust it. So it was one of those things that each board was like a steady in. I think I'm good. What about your side?
Pretty sure
and then
I was painting in the hallway and I would hear like Austin with the level, and he would be like, Griffin, up a little bit. No, too far, down a little bit. Nope, too far.
And so
struggling.
Yeah, it was an experience, but it's one of those things that, like, every row we did, it was fun to look back and be like, yeah, that's looking good. Yeah, and then when it got to the end, it was like, ooh.
That's the thing with all this stuff. Like, sure, it'd be cool though. Like, let's say we had infinite funds or whatever to have everyone kind of do all this shit for us, but you know, it's so much more rewarding when you know that, like, you know, when you're doing that chest press and you're like, yeah, I remember scraping up these floors. Or you're like, I remember. It gives
you a surge of rage.
Yeah, I remember, you know, when we painted, and, you know, obviously it's great content as well. People can really just slowly see it all come together. And, you know, I feel like just last night we were talking this morning, we got a ton of different, like, followers and new likes and everything. And I think as people are really kind of seeing, like, oh, this is actually this
from
is
that
real.
GYMFLO boost.
This is, yeah, that's what it is.
Yeah, you posted something and it was
bing,
like
bing, 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 bing.
13, 14 followers.
I'll send you an invoice.
But it seems like, you know, we talked about this.
Please.
We keep having a lot of people be like, oh, like, y'all are opening a gym? It's like, yeah. It's like we posted about it a couple times now.
I've gotten a few
like,
stupid questions that are like, oh, is it just you and Brock? Like, yes, but like, there are people helping us. And
we've talked so much. There's so much ADHD and ADD out there that, like, people can't take the time to do any amount.
Take the time to do any kind of research. Like, you know, I mean, if you want to ask me a brief question, I'm not going to be a dick to you, but I mean, if you have serious questions about the gym, you could at least go to the page, read the captions,
and there's
watch
links.
the
Watch our
podcast,
stories,
watch
yeah.
the YouTube videos, and you'll learn everything about what we're doing, why we're doing it, who was doing it, blah, blah, blah. You know, you can figure that out pretty quickly.
I would say my other favorite thing is taking the tape off.
Oh, yeah.
You were a tape guy.
There's the old voice
It's so
track
much
for the
fun.
episode.
I know.
Yeah.
Yeah, right on cue.
You have a
But-
fetish, tape fetish.
I don't know. It's fun. It's like I just love like before and afters, or I love like I used to like when I was a kid like polishing furniture after you dusted it just to see like the shine that comes off. So I feel like when you take the tape off, it's like
really
she's
satisfying.
finally done.
Yeah.
I don't know. So
It's not done
Well,
yet. The whole way.
Griffin did say once we finished our wood panel wall, he said, that ain't going nowhere.
yeah.
Nice little tap on it. That thing ain't going nowhere.
So
Is the tape holding it like it's good?
I haven't been there since then. Hopefully it's on the wall, on the
I don't
floor.
think it was on there when we saw it.
Yeah.
I didn't look, but...
Damn.
yeah.
But yeah, I'd say mine, out of all of it, I truly don't know. Like, all the whole thing is tough to, like, pick out, like, a spot. I think the transformation, even though I had 0 parts of it, is seeing your dad rip through it. Or I just showed up one day.
I was
and
going
the-
to say,
and the black wall was
seeing
there.
the black wall done and seeing the color we picked out and it just be that
Yeah.
nice matte black,
That really
it
said
really
Yeah.
sold, like, what we were envisioning.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and it really does turn it from, like, it's surprising to me to see, you know, you walk in originally and I feel like I can see it for what it will be, but then once you see that first coat on, it's like, oh, this is really serious now. It's,
You're an iron built man.
yeah. So,
And I like, you know, I'm sure people will see it on the videos and whatnot, but I like how bright it is when you walk in. It's like bright. The energy's like bright, vibrant. You're getting your mood. You're probably getting pre-workout going or whatever. You're just checking in. And then you walk through the door and it's dark, dungeon.
Yeah.
You're in the dungeon now.
yeah, but I will say, too, when the bay doors are opened as
Oh,
well,
yeah.
it's very airy and open.
And
Yeah.
with those mirrors,
It doesn't
and, like,
feel concealing.
The cable station will be like facing kind of a mirror, so when you're doing some stuff,
And I
you'll be able to
really
see
think
it.
the office lights and the, I guess those are fluorescents or whatever, incandescents. I think with the mirrors, I think there'll be nice natty lighting.
Mm-hmm.
I think it'll look good, yeah.
That's going to be
Yeah.
cool.
Make your buys look bigger at Iron Belt.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's looking.
The only place that'll make you look big.
So, besides moving equipment in this week, what else is on the list? What else you got right up after that?
Internet should be soon.
We gotta
and
go.
then
Oh, we
tightening
need to go
up
to the
the
post office today.
Yeah, I know.
We
We'll do
need
it
to do that.
sometime. Tightening up the office, at least our office, you know, a little bit.
Mirrors come next week. No, 2 weeks.
Yeah, mirrors should be in like 2 weeks. Little things, like I think we have some stickers to put on the door for like our logo and hours and such. You know, taking some more of the trash and the tile crap out. Finishing the paint. Friday, I think my dad's finishing painting probably in a few hours, at least in some of the rooms. And then as far as the top framing, we got to rent a scissor lift to kind of touch up those spots that are really high.
Oh,
And
the
then,
front desk will be fun. We want to
Yeah.
build that.
We're gonna build that, so I mean, but no major rush on that, but that'll be done probably next month, honestly. But this week, yeah, just the equipment, little things, tidying things up, nothing too major, and then you know, hopefully we can have all the equipment in a decent spot, so you know, you and Griffin can start kind of training clients a little bit, and hopefully we can even get a.
No, I'm definitely gonna go ahead and convert because I think once. I
What
don't know.
dumbbells should be? I was looking at my calendar and I cut you off. My show, bitch. But I was looking at my calendar and like in 2 to 3 weeks the dumbbells should be here, which would be basically like that first week of September. So I mean, I'm kind of counting down the days.
You scared of a little barbell work or what?
No, but man, the dumbbells brand new.
Well, they will feel good. I'm gonna make sure I toss them from up here.
Oh,
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah.
It's gonna
You
be
break 'em
fun
in?
to like be the first person to use
Yeah.
dumbbells ever. Like
Let's see who can go
I
up.
have to use every single.
I was about to say,
one.
let's see who can go up the highest first.
Yeah.
How high
that's
did you
true.
get to start off?
Just
100.
100.
Okay.
I could do the hundreds on flat.
I could do it
incline.
high. Yeah.
But yeah, I'm not getting dumbbells that I can't press.
Yeah,
Don't want to make me
true.
look bad.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No.
we'll only have 2 like plates in the whole
Yeah,
gym
2
too.
plates, yeah.
Nothing more than I
Hey.
can lift.
How many more sets you got? You might want to use this.
You know what I've been working on in the meantime since I asked you for the address this
Yeah.
morning for clients and whatnot. I went ahead and started creating creating a location for my Instagram check-ins, bro.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I got it on Facebook, so I can check in on there. I guess I gotta give it time for it to like link to Instagram.
Do you mean like your Google business or?
No, to where you can check in on like Instagram. You can put the location. You can check in at.
Okay, like you just put the location. That's what we're trying to do too.
I'll show you how to.
Yeah, show me how, because we're working on that on Google, but
so you can do it through Google. But if you have a Facebook page.
Yeah.
Yeah, get the business Facebook page for Iron Belt, and then
Yeah.
put your location in that, and then you have to check in on a post, like literally check in, like check in at.
After.
All right, I'll show you. Well, anyways, yeah. What are y'all gonna?
Official.
Yeah. So I called it GYMFLO HQ. If you want to check in.
Nice.
There you go. That's good.
We'll see.
Suite number Z.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
where is this? We can't find it.
Yeah, I know. It's like it's dead center in the building.
Yeah.
Can't tell where it is, but yeah, that's what I was
Someone's gonna
doing.
walk in through the door with their Google Maps. I'm like, I'm looking for the HQ.
Oh, it's
dead ahead.
the dude.
Yeah,
it's
they
the
go to the
room
dude's
of
office.
requirement. Only shows up when you need it.
Yeah. You gotta have the secret password.
Austin is like the Wizard of
It's-
Oz,
no,
like the man behind the curtain.
No, it's like in a National Treasure, when they gotta like find. They're like, wait, they pour the water on like Mount Rushmore and they find like the secret hidden door.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about? You haven't seen it?
No, Nicolas Cage.
Not the
come
bees.
I'm gonna
Is that
steal
part of
the
that too?
Declaration.
No, that's a different movie.
Oh,
That's
Nicolas Cage
Wicker
though?
Man.
That was a pee break time.
Yeah.
Ah.
Damn.
two before you even got here.
No, it was one. I washed my hands in the other one.
So, has this process at all, like, have you guys gotten into any sort of, like, argument, or has it been pretty cohesive the whole way
It's
through?
constant arguments.
I think
They're
it's
usually
big.
Well, that's you.
They're
All
usually-
of us, I feel like.
it's all lighthearted though.
Yeah.
Always
Yeah.
bicker. I think because
I'll just give her shit, then she'll give me shit, and we just smile at each other. And we're like, "Yep."
Yeah.
It's never anything.
we've
like,
never.
too
I don't
serious.
think we've disagreed
Yeah.
on anything yet.
Because this has been a pretty big process, I feel like. But it's
You
been
can't
pretty
go through
smooth.
without
I mean,
disagreements.
I was
Yeah.
about to say, yeah, we've definitely disagreed, but nothing major enough to be like, I
Yeah.
have say,
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
know?
Yeah, and it's definitely not anything like I want these plates or I want this color and I don't. It's never
I
anything too
think
serious.
I'm gonna be completely honest, he basically does everything,
Yeah.
and then he just asks me, like, is this okay? Do you like these plates? Do you like
But
these
even
dumbbells?
when and I
I
don't.
say, yeah.
I just
like
feel like I'm not always the best at doing, and I'll admit that and like give that off to you or Austin or my dad when I know that I'm not the best man for the job.
Yeah.
But I feel like I'm good at managing and leading people and keeping things on track. And
Yeah.
so I try to stick with what I'm good at.
Yeah, he'll tell me to do something like say the trash can that I gotta call and like get a
Yeah.
dumpster in
There's
the
a couple
area,
things I
but-
need her to do this
yeah.
week, and I'll stay on her about it.
Yeah.
And
I'm also starting class this week, so I'm gonna be very busy.
Class.
But, yeah.
I know. I was telling
Sucks.
her this week, and I was like, Can you imagine me going like VCU? Like,
Oh, I know, in
so
between all of
stupid,
this.
Yeah.
We're like,
Yeah.
I
mean,
make so much more now that I'm out of class, and I can spend my
Yeah.
free time doing that, not
Yeah.
school. My GPA tanked so hard that last semester because I would get home and I'd look and I'd see like, okay, I have like this book I need to read, this assignment, I have to write this essay by like Friday night,
Yeah.
and then I'm like, or I can do
make
these 6
money.
videos right now, and make a few hundred. Yeah, I'm gonna do the
Yeah.
videos.
It's funny for me too, kind of when we were working out in the garage, because I feel like you give your all and everything, and it was weird to me to have you be like, "Yeah, I didn't do so hot this semester."
Yeah.
Like, with the classes I didn't
Well,
drop out of.
I had
and
like a
it's
4.0 my first semester or two, and then it was like a 3.8 until like that last semester.
I was
finished.
about to say you're the kind of person anyway in school where you don't have you just do the work and you get 100. Like you just
Yeah, in
that
high
way.
school, I remember
Yeah.
junior year, I remember I like kept track. They did I think 3 hours of homework the entire year, and that was including like some papers and everything. I would just do it during classes or during like certain or get homework from people.
But I'm very happy that you stopped going to the VCU because now it's like this. I don't think we would have done it.
no
Like,
got out before the
yeah.
election craziness too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh,
Remember
shit.
when they ask you for donations too
Yeah.
now? So
Oh,
Yeah.
jeez.
they've been doing that to me too, and I'm like, yeah, I don't have a job.
Yeah.
Talk to me later.
Yeah, I keep getting their like newsletters, and I'm like, don't you know that I don't want you anymore? Can't you
Yeah.
tell?
So,
Yeah.
dang.
Hmm. Well, I was thinking, and when I was taking a piss.
I was gonna say,
deep in thought.
Deep in thought, and it's like, I was thinking back with a question. It's like people think it's like they see something like GYMFLO, even though in my eyes it's in the right direction. Like I mentioned before, we're steadily growing, doing cool stuff, doing what we want, and people see it. Maybe not this particular person, but some people see it as like impossible for themselves. Mm-hmm. And through this process, well, even before it, just realizing we're all working for ourselves. Like, it's possible, it's doable. It's just how much sacrifice and how much, like, I don't know. I don't know how to explain it. It's just everything you want to do is possible. It deep down is.
The other thing I would say to that point too is like, you don't have to have everything in order to make a move, and you don't have to have everything figured out or even go the right way to take a step forward with a lot of these things. Like, a lot of things don't turn out the best most of the time, but like, it's not like you're going in the wrong direction, if that makes sense.
I think Brock has said this too. I had, before we even found a place to open the gym, what would you call it? Like imposter syndrome?
Yeah, it's called imposter syndrome, when basically in business, you don't think whatever you're doing. Yeah, it's a lot of lack of confidence when it comes to business, or like, you could be running a business, but you still feel like you haven't achieved anything. Like, for example, like, Austin's, I feel like having a sense of it right now to where, sure, he's made mistakes, but he looks at it like, I haven't really done anything. But at the same time, he's built, this company that, although it's not maybe as large as he'd like it to be after 6 years, what he's built as far as community and recognition, locally and out of state, and the relationships he's built with different retailers, that's something to be proud of, and something that, you can't just snap your fingers or in a week or two achieve. So, kind of imposter syndrome is common with a lot of people when they're starting up, because it's not like you don't believe in yourself and that you're not going to continue to work forward. It's just you don't recognize what you're capable of. I was going to say,
like, I view myself, even still a little bit, I view myself still as a student. So it's like, I can't start a business when I'm still in school. Like, what? No one does that. They wait till after school. So, like, when you said, like, this year and when we were in quarantine, like, hey, I think we should continue, like, let's open the gym this year. I was like, fuck no. It's like, I'm still a student. I'm going to have debt. Like, there's so much to do.
Yeah, she used to be like, she was telling me, how am I going to manage the gym? How are we going to do this while I'm still in school? And I just said, like, you'll make it work. And I really, I think I talked about this in the, and I was hearing it back when we dropped the bonus podcast, was something I said there, and I want to reiterate, is like, sometimes you don't know what you're capable of, but someone else sees it in you. And so, that was something that I feel like every month, every time we do something large or something, a big step like this gym, for instance, I'm seeing her achieve a lot more than she's ever kind of, not that she's ever done, but she's being more productive, more efficient, more confident, and just, driving to just do more. Every time we make a big step as a couple, as business, anything like that. And, I think she's starting to be more confident and realize, how great, that she is. So.
Yeah, I would say two things to that. One, I know what you mean with the imposter syndrome, because I was actually talking to my clients about this the other day, is besides training, the only jobs I've ever had were minimum wage jobs. And I still think of everything in terms of that $7.25 an hour. And for me, too, it's like, even though I've gone through college or got certifications or other things like that, I still am like, I still have a lot more I feel like I need to learn. And it's weird for me to think that I have like a specialty or a skill that would be sought after by people. I still think of like, I still kind of compare like, wow, like if that's a lot more money than I feel like I'm used to getting. Because I still think about like, okay, 2 hours, that's like under $15 or something like that.
We talk about this all the time about, because I'm trying to help you get fair rates basically. Because I think, you underrate your service, underprice your services for how good your photography and videography is. And so I know that's something we talked about a lot, is, realizing where you're at, where your skills are at, and marketing yourself as such. Because, like you said, when you're used to one thing, you kind of discount yourself.
Yeah. And that's the other thing too, is I don't know if y'all ever get this way with anything too, but like, I feel like I enjoy doing this kind of stuff personally. Like, I like learning editing, or with training stuff, I like learning about, different elements of a program or other things like that, to where for me it's just kind of over time kind of been absorbed to where like I don't really think about, oh, I put this much time in or this much money towards this or something like that, and like I deserve this in return. It's just kind of been, you know, like a daily thing for years now, to where I don't really think of it as like a, you know, if you're paying me for this, this is like, do you know what I mean? Like, it's not like I put in this and I deserve this. It's kind of just like a, oh, well, like, I've enjoyed all that I learned, and like I still have a long way to go, but I don't think of it as like a, I've crossed this milestone, and like, you know, this is the rate that I feel like I need now.
I was going to say, I think you and I are very similar, Griffin, and we're people pleasers, so we don't want to ever charge anyone too much. Like, we don't want to say, like, oh, this is what I'm worth, because then it's like, they might look at you and say, no, you're not. You know, so we don't want to, like, have confrontation or something.
Yeah.
So.
And that's the thing I feel like with Austin and Brock is like, y'all, once you kind of had a product or service, like, you know kind of what you feel like it's worth. And that's what I like about both of you guys, is it's like, it's set. And I know with you, Brock, that you were just telling me too, is I always love sometimes the way that you have dealings with some people like this, is like, you like, work will be there regardless. So there's no sense in bending over backwards to make things work if they're just not going to work with you, if that makes sense.
Especially when it comes to business, you know, it's not something I have a ton of experience with, but something that I've heard a lot and I've started to practice is like, you bend over backwards and make the exception for one person, then, you know, what is everyone else going to think? You know, like, for example, with your clients or something, if you have one rate with them and oh, Susie always gets 25 a session, but everyone else has to pay 45, well, if someone hears about that, they'd be like, what the hell?
Yeah.
You know, so, or same deal, you know, if someone came in and we're like, oh, a close friend, you know, if we give them a free day pass, they're going to expect that every time they come in. They're just going to take advantage of you. So you have to put your foot down, and you know what, if they're really a true supporter, if they're really a client that you want around, they're going to pay for your services because they value it, especially when it comes to freelance work, personal trainers, you know, video, photo work. Like, they really find your work valuable and irreplaceable, and they want you, and they don't just want, you know, some teenage kid with a camera, then, you know, they're going to be willing to pay for it because they see the value. But otherwise, you know, if they're just trying to lowball you, tell them to F off.
Yeah. And the other thing I would say, too, is I was telling Brock this the other day, but looking back at y'all's videos with the gym, it is funny to me to see, you know, even though we were kind of devastated and still knew it would all work out, but sad when other locations didn't pan out. It's funny to look back and realize, you know, like, it all worked out the way that it should, and you got the best out of all those, I feel like, that you looked at, too. That, you know, some of them would have been a give and take in some areas, like parking or pricing or things that needed to be done. And it is funny that even though they didn't work out, like, the best was kind of yet to come.
I think it was like aggressive patience, if you could put like a term to it. Because you were super aggressive about searching, but patient on just waiting, you know, knowing that, all right, in time, something will pop up.
Yeah, there was a long time where there just wasn't anything, and I remember we were like, Austin, if you see anything online, like, send it over,
I was
let us know.
But, yeah, fortunately, you know, friends, family, everybody was able to help out and get a nice, you know, direction going with that. I think, you know, I was thinking while y'all were talking about, you know, Brock, and I still have those scenarios where I'm like, I don't feel like a professional. Why would I charge somebody this or that, or for a product or this or that? How would I, you know, sell this to a retailer, or, you know, explain it to a retailer on why it's valuable to their customers and to them? You know, it's like, I think that's good to a certain extent because it keeps you from being comfortable and feeling like, oh, I'm like the shit. You know, it keeps you humble, I guess, per se, and you're always trying to make sure you're coming out with the best and always, you know, not being complacent per se. Like, let's say with personal training or video work, you're like, oh man, like, I need to make sure this is even better than the last one, because I deep down know that, like, I need to have a high expectation for my customer or client, whoever the case may be. But at the same time, you don't want to, you know, let that overtake, and then you become, you know, I guess you eat yourself up on the inside, saying like, oh, I'm worthless, whatever. But then there's also people out there that are complete opposite, that aren't worth a fuck, but you know, that think so shit doesn't stink, and they are the alpha top dog of this or that, but they are just like completely worthless at what they do, or just, you know, shoddy. And then you have that aspect as well. So I think it's better to be in this position, humble, and know that you could always do more, or you still have space to learn per se, than being, oh, fuck you, I'm not listening to you, I know it all type shit, you know. Yeah. I don't know, that's what I was thinking, because there's a lot of people out there that have that that mentality, not confidence, but you know, I guess arrogance about them that can put off a lot of people, and you know, I don't know, they don't keep their mind open to learning, and knowing that they could do shit better.
That's a good.
Just like Brock in painting, he needed to learn a little bit, even though that he's great at computer and technology and business stuff.
I know. We should have taken a picture of that, and you can hang it on the office door as a reminder.
You gotta know that you can't be great at everything. So you know what, you gotta surround yourself with people that know better than you.
We were giving you a lot of shit this weekend.
Well, I give it right back. You know, that's the thing. But it's all love.
Yeah, it's all love. We might bust each other's balls on a surface level, but you know, it's like. It's like if somebody else steps in the ring, like, that's my brother.
Yeah,
like only I can say that about him.
Yeah.
So
it is how it is.
What should we? Yeah, oh yeah. I'm in the weirdest funk. Like,
I was gonna say, like, every time I look over at you, you're like about to pass out.
Austin's having a fun.
I'm wrecked, y'all. Like, I feel like my soul is left like over the past few days.
Give him another bang.
Yeah.
Dead serious. I need a direct inject, like an IV going.
He's the IV drip.
Yeah, what is that term? Butt chugging. We can get Austin a butt chug bang, so it's absorbed.
Brock and Madi hold my legs up.
Yeah.
Let the gravity let it flow in.
Yeah.
So what do y'all think about this little grand party? Like, what do we want to plan for it?
Well, I'll let her say one thing, but obviously what I'm thinking is
let's talk.
I don't know what the one.
We'll have to brainstorm. Well, like local businesses. You can talk about that in a minute, just ideas. But like I said, we'll do it on a Saturday. It'll be a few hours, probably around the middle of the day. But I'm thinking.
We'll open at like 10.
Yeah, we'll have it from like 10 to 4, something like that. Nothing's set in stone. But obviously we'll have to do something with GYMFLO.
Mm-hmm.
I'll talk to the guy that owns it. Yeah.
Austin's going to be knocking on the door outside.
Can I come out now? Yeah. Put the kids away. But we'll have to do something definitely with that. Definitely probably overcome on tap, especially if it's a hot day. Well, it'll be October, but hopefully it's still warm.
Nice, yeah.
It'll be nice. But also I'm trying to, get some clothes from 10,000 to be able to win, which would be nice. Code Covington, as always. Couldn't
make it without one plug.
One plug. But hopefully, some freebies with that. And then for the ladies, because since there are a men's apparel brand only, we'll probably get some women's apparel as well to do a giveaway and such with. It'll probably be correlated with the membership or something, but something with that going on.
There will definitely be some shakers, some t-shirts.
Yeah, we plan on doing shakers, stickers, t-shirts, different things. So it will be a lot of free stuff and a lot of deals. And it's just a great time to kind of get around and lift. It'll be an open gym, so you won't have to pay for that day. You'll get a chance to really obviously see the gym in person, touch the weights for the first time.
Be in a cool video.
Take some
be in a cool video.
So we'll definitely need to reach out and get some So is it going to be somewhat of an outdoor-indoor thing?
Outdoor and indoor. Sure. Yeah, we'll keep the garage doors open. We'll have I think we'll just have a stretch of booths.
I was about to say some booths outside. I don't know how many we're going to reach out to. I know 2 off the top of my head. We want to reach out to Short Pump Nutrition Corner and the Naughty or Nice.
Naughty or Nice. Yeah, we need to talk to her.
That little.
Oh, the Rice Krispie treats.
Yeah. Because that would be nice for sure.
So we'll definitely have some good. It'll be a good time.
If you're in the GYMFLO booth.
We can get a tailgate of All or Nothing and a beer bong.
Yeah.
Rip it.
So.
I need maybe Austin and Griffin to think of some other people to reach out to.
I definitely will keep it on the back burner.
Yeah, but it'll be can't miss.
Yeah.
In the area. So.
Oh yeah.
That's true.
Yeah, I'm excited for it, man.
Mm-hmm.
So keep an eye, October, and definitely follow the page if you haven't already, Iron Built Gym on Instagram, and keep up to date with all the updates that we're doing, all the work we're putting in.
If I get one more question about a membership, how much they are, we'll let everyone.
All in good time.
The gym isn't even open. Wow. I mean,
well, that's what I told the people that came and helped, and I explained it to them. And they said it makes complete sense. My thing is, it's hard to establish, to a customer, value on what we bring. I mean, if we say a price, then you either think it's it's good or it's too high or it's too low or whatever, just based off what you think is going to be in the gym. But a lot of people don't even know that we own a gym. A lot of people are like confused, like, what is that building and why has he got a shovel? It's like people don't really read the captions, understandably, but people are confused. They don't know what machines we got, what we're doing, what our goal is. So
we want we want to have the gym like pretty much set up, and then we would say the membership so you guys can understand why.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not like crazy.
Same thing with the website. Like, our website is obviously just basically put in your email right now, but that's because I don't want to have a website full of solid colors or stock images right now because, that's just...
You aren't trying to sell something that's not there.
Yeah, I don't want to just sell something that's not there.
Like other companies do.
Yeah.
Yes.
Do we want to crack on the...
Let's get open these cards.
Yeah, let's crack into it. This is Answer the Internet by Barstool Sports. Questions as fucked up as you are. And I'm going to flip the first one. Poll the Internet. Who has the easier job, Santa Claus or the Easter Bunny? I'd say the Easter Bunny. Right?
Yeah, I'd say the Easter Bunny.
The Easter Bunny barely has anything to do.
Yeah.
The Thanksgiving turkey has the easiest job.
And Easter Bunny doesn't have to climb up and down chimneys.
Yeah, that's a good point. Santa, remember with Santa, the whole rest of the year besides Christmas, Santa has to be building the toys. So he's working all year round. Well, he's got to be the slave driver, though. He's got to keep them on task.
Yeah, I think the Easter Bunny for sure. Brock, I don't know what kind of question that was. But... All right. Answer the Internet, fuck, marry, kill. Italian food, Mexican food, or Chinese food?
Oh, okay. Fuck Mexican food because, the queso would just be like the perfect, not too dry. You know what I mean? Probably marry Italian.
I would kill Italian.
Pizza,
fuck
pasta?
Chinese, and marry Mexican.
What about the Chinese would be would attract you?
I love Chinese food.
Enough to have sex with.
I'm gonna kill the Chinese. I'm gonna marry the.
That's for coronavirus.
Yeah, thanks, Chinaman. All right, and then I'm gonna marry Italian food, and then definitely fuck Mexican food.
Yeah, I feel like A, queso, B, refried beans.
I forgot what I even said. I killed Italian, right?
Yeah.
Awesome.
I'm going to marry Mexican, fuck Italian, and I'm killing Chinese.
I like Chinese.
Alright, let's get into this next question. If you had one free throw, and if you make it, you get $1 million. But if you miss, you never get to text again. Would you shoot it?
Yes.
I would not make it. I can tell you that. You guys have seen some of my sports performance, and it's not up to par.
I don't text that often anyways.
I was going to say, I'd shoot it.
I do voice.
Because I like calls and voice messages.
And you know what? If you did make it, that'd be great.
Yeah,
you get
I
to text
would
and
still
$1 million.
You said it was half-court shot?
No, free throw.
Free throw? Oh, shit.
Where's that?
I'm making that all day, man.
Where is that, though?
That's from the free throw.
Oh
like
my God.
The line that's like...
I don't know,
is it 6 feet, 8 feet, 10 feet from the goal?
That's like the arch looking.
No,
it's in front of the arch. It's the line
like when somebody gets
when
somebody gets fouled, they do a free throw, like the 2 free throws.
Oh, gotcha. I mean, I'd still take
sport
it.
Ball?
Yeah. No, that one's after the touchdown.
Yeah, then they hit the home run.
Would you rather have a rewind button or a pause button for your life? I would say pause button.
Wait. Would you pause the things around you? Like pause pause like your whole life?
It would pause everything around you.
It's like click.
And I would almost say, like, I would pause for pretty much the entire day, maybe even like a week on end, read a few books, like get some work done, kind of lay around for a bit, and then play it and be like, oh, wow, I've been really productive.
Could you make money while you paused it?
You would do everything leading up to that point, but then you would like turn in your project you worked on, or like you'd have the whole yard done or something like that.
I'd pause.
I'd rewind because then anytime I stub my toe or drop something or spill,
good
then
point.
I could just rewind and be like, make sure I don't do that again.
I feel like with the rewind though, it would confuse me too much of like which one actually happened and which one I rewound and like I'd have too many memories of like, oh, that one didn't happen.
And that's almost
because I
like time
rewound.
travel. You get so like, what if you just rewound the same moment over and over again, and you were like stuck in that?
Yeah.
No.
You can react to different scenarios of like slap
I know,
or
that's
rewind.
What I do.
No,
I
I'm
rewind
not
and be
gonna
like,
do-
okay, she hates it when I say this. Let me try this.
Yeah,
Let me try
that's a
this
good
pickup
idea. Or you would know what would happen in the argument later,
Yeah.
so you could rewind and like
Like,
dissuade that.
Yeah.
That
I
would
think
be
I would
kind of
pause.
funny.
Yeah.
Rewind.
Rewind.
Yeah. All right, I guess that
That
wraps
would
up
be
the
pretty
show.
fun.
Yeah, that is it for today, guys.
Austin's
Maybe
out.
we'll have a brain
Yeah.
next time.
We're gonna have
but-
to weekend at Bernie's, Austin.
Yeah. If you have any questions or you'd like to see more on the All or Nothing show, drop it down in the comments below. We're getting off here. Gotta go.
See ya.
Till next
Peace
time.
out.